Hi, let's just do a quick test. Thank you very much for joining me for this launch party. So let's just do a quick test. Make sure that you can hear me. If you just put a comment, I'll get access to those comments so I can see that you're going to be able to hear me through this quick app presentation and launch party. Excellent. Okay, got a couple of comments. Thanks very much for feeding back so quickly. So what I want to take you through today is just the new app that we have launched specifically for investors in property. This is going to be an absolute game changer for you if you're looking to grow your property business, if you're looking for that investment property and you are absolutely sick and tired of spending hours and hours and hours looking through the portals, spending a huge amount of money on direct to vendor contact. If you want to find those investment properties really, really quickly, then that is exactly why we have developed this app. So without further ado, let me show you what it looks like. You can see my telephone screen right in front of you. And this orange sourced app at the bottom is the one that I'm going to click on. And straight away, I get into the feed of these, of all the properties that are listed on the app. So to tell you a little bit about Sourced, we have over 150 franchisees based around the country, and we train them how to make money out of property. One of the ways that they can make money out of property is to find really phenomenal investment properties, and they can list them onto our app, and they can make a small sourcing fee from putting this property onto our app and then selling it on to an investor such as yourself. Now, yes, that is going to incur a small sourcing fee, but if you think about the amount of time and effort and energy and negotiation that that's going to save you, that is money incredibly well spent when you're looking at growing your portfolio. So straight away, we are on the feed and we can scroll down and we can see all different types of investment property. Now, there are images on all of these properties. The Wi-Fi is just spending a little bit of time catching up. But what will happen, there you go, it's just caught up for the top one. Now, as you can see on this property, the top one that we're looking at, there's a little blue box on the right-hand side, and that tells me that this is a buy-to-let property. And as you look down a little bit further, specifically on this property, you've then got an annual profit figure, a return on capital employed, a ROCE figure, and you've got a yield figure. So the most important metrics that you need to know about whether this is a good property to invest in are right there. If you then click on the property, you get a lot more information. So you get not only details for the person, the sourced franchisee who's found this opportunity, but you also get more metrics. And as you go further down on the property listing, you get the information about the property. So you can see a description about exactly what the property is and why it's such a good opportunity. And also the due diligence to back up the numbers that you've got on the display, on either the front display or the display when you click through. Now, just that alone, imagine how long it would take you to not only find that property, but then go through that due diligence. That is a massive help for anybody that's looking to invest in property. Now, at the top as well, you can see not only the purchase price, but just underneath that, you can see the franchisee. So this is Jerry. This is one of Jerry's properties. And if I wanted to contact Jerry, what I would then do is contact him directly through the app. Really simple and straightforward process. You've got three choices at the top there. You can either send Jerry a message, you can email Jerry, or you can call him straight away. So immediately, if this is exactly the right opportunity for you, you're not just sending an email into the ether and waiting for somebody to come back to you. You can immediately give them a call and have that conversation right there and then. If there are other questions that you have about the property, you can get that dealt with in a very prompt way. So you've got all the information that you need in order to make a decision as to whether that property is the right thing that you want to move forward on. You've then got the contact ability to make contact as soon as you can to then move forward with that property. So literally within 5 or 10 minutes, you could have decided that you want to move forward on that property. And that property could be, you might be the preferred buyer for that property with that franchisee very, very quickly. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the main feed. And like I said, all of the properties have some kind of images. The Wi-Fi might take a little bit of time just to catch up, but you can see that all the properties there have got the similar three main parts of due diligence on the front page and the strategy. Now, the important thing is as well, what we've done is if you go and find a HMO, the statistics and the metrics for the HMO might be different than they are for a buy to let, or might be different than they are for a conversion opportunity. And we've chosen the three main metrics that you need to display on that front page, so that you get the information very quickly depending on the strategy that you're focused on. Now at the top, we've also got three little lines there, and those three little lines are the search filters that we've built into the app. So not only do you get the main feed where you can see the information, but also you get search filters, so that if you are only looking for commercial conversions, then you can tap on strategy, and then you can tap on conversions, and you can delete everything else from the app. So it only shows you conversions. So it's very specifically tailored to investors who know exactly what they're looking for, in order to find what you're looking for quickly and efficiently to then move that forward. But if you're just interested in property in general, then you'll see all the properties that are listed for you. Now that's on the main feed, but there is also something that happens every single day, that you'll see every property that is listed every single day. And what you can do, and this is on the new properties tab, which is at the bottom on the left-hand side. What you can do at that point is you can drag that property and you can move it either left or right, depending on whether you want to favorite it to move it right, or whether you're not interested in that kind of property and you can move it left. Now, the important thing about that is that you're seeing the properties as they're listed onto the app. So early in the morning, every single day, you get a brand new feed of properties that were listed within the last 24 hours. So you're right there and then, as one of the first people that is seeing that investment property, to make a decision as to whether you want to take that forward. So on this, I've already swiped through a lot of the properties that were listed this morning, but for me, I've only got one property left. Now, this is a HMO. It's an annual profit of £8,000. It's a return on capital of 19% and a yield of 14.7%. Now, that yield is very interesting to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to favourite that property. The next one comes through, which is a serviced accommodation rent-to-rent property, which is not my strategy. So straight away, I can then turn that one over to the ones that I'm not interested in. But very quickly and efficiently, you can make those decisions. And then once you've made that decision to favourite it, you can then take it forward and you can make contact with that franchisee who's going to be able to answer your questions and potentially assist you in buying that property. Huge amount of information that is not only available to you, but it's a very intuitive user interface, so that you can make those decisions and you can work through the app quickly and efficiently. Now, one of the other things that we've done on here, because it's not just about properties, we also, you might be interested in buy-to-lets, and you might see these conversions coming up and you're thinking, what is a conversion? What do they mean by conversion? What's a HMO? I don't quite understand that. But we've put a feed at the bottom. So it's one of the buttons at the bottom. And we've put a feed on there whereby we're going to load the app with a huge amount of content to assist you in making decisions on property. So we'll list podcasts on here. Now, for example, we've got a series of 7 podcasts that are specifically about how an assisted sale works and how you do an assisted sale. So that when you then see a property that is listed on the app that is an assisted sale, you can then make that decision from a base of knowledge, because you've been educated. We've shown you what an assisted sale is and how you should correctly go through the process of an assisted sale. And it'll be the same for conversions or HMOs or any other type of strategy. We're going to put a huge amount of content in here. So it's not only about what you currently know and making decisions based on what you currently know, but also educating you to make better decisions about building your portfolio through our education as well. So a huge amount of stuff in there too. And then in the middle, what you've got are the messages section. And I've not sent any messages so far about any of these properties, but if I did, they would be in there. So you can keep tabs on the messages that you've sent out to people and the replies that they've sent to you as well. So again, really quick, really intuitive, really easy to use dashboard in there. So that's the app. That's what it's for. It's there for your benefit, to help you build your portfolio. And all the information that we've got in there is very easy for you to see in order to make those investment decisions really quickly, saving you hours and hours and hours of either going out direct to vendor or going onto the portals trying to find that right investment property for you. So if I come out of the app now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into the App Store, and I'm going to show you what to look for in the App Store in order to download it. So it's called the Sourced Property Investment app. So if you put in Source Property Investment, if that's what you typed in, it's the orange app that you need. The orange one is for investors to find properties. We have another app, which you can see below, which is just for the people that are listing properties on our app. So it's just for our franchisees. So for you, if you're not a franchisee, if you're looking for those property deals, then use the orange app. That's where they will all be displayed. And that's the app that I've shown you today. So once you've downloaded the app, I think you'll agree it's got a huge amount of information. It's very comprehensive to allow you to make that decision quickly. And we would really appreciate it if you could give us a rating and a 5-star review for the app, so that we can get this out to more people, so that we can build a number of properties that are coming into the app, and so that you see more investment properties. We'd really appreciate that. If you've got any questions, please put them in the comments below, and what we'll do is we'll monitor these feeds over the next couple of days, and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can on the app. But there's already been a load of stuff put into the feed by Monica, who is sitting next to me, who is our head of marketing. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. Please put them in the comments, and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. But start using the app. Start looking at the app every single day for those new properties that come through. Start getting familiar with the metrics and what metrics are going to work for you, and start making contact with our guys so that you can start moving your property investment forward and building your portfolio. So thanks very much for joining me today. My name's Chris Kirkwood. I'm the franchise director here at Source. I'm really excited about this app, and I hope that it's going to provide you with a huge amount of quality and quantity while you're using it. So thanks very much, and enjoy the rest of your day.